And when you go to a great sporting event, you always have an unbelievable rendition of the national anthem. And with Ed Mangano here and Denise Ford here, we want to kind of brag a little bit, show the best and brightest of Long Beach. So we have a special treat for the county executive and the legislator Denise Ford. Let's bring in Kim Feminitas. And we are honoring a truly great Italian-American hero, Michael Valenti, and the bridge will be named after him. So, more apropos, how about Italian opera? Is that good, Kim? All right, so let's give it up for Kim Feminitas. We're going to highlight the best and brightest in Long Beach. Take it away, Kim. Executive Ed Mangano. Ed, what do you think of that song and the way we opened the show?
Howie, that was great. What a wonderful, wonderful voice. You're so very, very talented. And, I'm very honored that you were able to perform for us here. And I know Legislator Ford is as well. At halftime, Howie here, he's just overwhelmed.
Denise, what was your reaction to the young vocalist and showing how much talent we have here in Long Beach?
Well, of course, I'm proud of all of our students and all of our young people and the many talents that they do have. And I have to say that her voice is like the voice of an angel. And I know that she'll go far. And one day we will definitely see her on stage. So I wish her a lot of luck.
All right, that's awesome. All right, now we want to talk about the big event happening here in Long Beach. It's not every day a bridge gets renamed. The Long Beach Bridge is going to be renamed the Michael Valenti Bridge. And I'll start with you, Legislator Ford. How does something like that, what's the process on how a bridge does get renamed?
Well, the process for us was rather easy because the bridge is actually owned by Nassau County. So when Ralph Maddalena came to us and asked about doing something special for his grandfather, Michael Valenti, who was a Medal of Honor recipient, we felt that perhaps it would be nice to rename the Long Beach Bridge. So it was just a matter of actually writing a letter to the county executive who agreed to go along with it. We put it on our legislative calendar and all voted for it, and it was passed. And it was usually some things in government don't work like this easy, but in this case it was something that everybody felt it was important to do and we should do it.
All right. First of all, Ed, we've known each other a long time, and first I want to thank you for coming. I know you put in long 16-hour days, and your schedule's full from morning to night, so thank you so much for coming. And what was your reaction about getting involved in renaming the Michael Valenti Bridge here in Long Beach?
Well, first, let me say it was a distinct honor when Legislator Ford presented it. This is one of the great parts of my job, where we can recognize individuals that have given so much to our community. In this case, we have a Congressional Medal of Honor winner who has given so much for our country. He's defended the values that we hold dear here in Long Beach and in Nassau County and in the United States of America. So it is really my great honor to participate and sign into law the renaming of Long Beach Bridge to the Michael Valenti Memorial Bridge. And I just hope everybody could come on down on Friday, March 25th at 11 a.m. Long Beach City Hall and join us in really what will be an historic event where we honor one of our own, a person that has given so much for our country. It's just wonderful, wonderful to be part of it.
And to me, that's what signifies what really a true hero is about. And having it renamed for Michael Valenti, who's a true American hero, and meant so much to so many people. It's really a great event, and it's great that this is happening.
Absolutely, Howie. You know, this is the opportunity for really the community to come out. There could be nothing more important than to honor the values and the freedoms that our veterans have fought for. And here in Long Beach, we have a local hero, and a true hero, and that is the best way to phrase it. In today's society, where there's so much doom and gloom, and the press reports, you know, mostly things that have gone wrong and tragedies in people's lives, here you have an opportunity to remember what it's all about. You know, the freedoms that we have, the freedom of expression, the freedom to agree, and freedom to disagree, more importantly, the freedom to assemble, freedom of speech, that's all because of people like Michael Valenti. What he stands for will now remind all those that cross the Long Beach Bridge, oh no, better said, the Michael Valenti Memorial Bridge. They will reflect on what this country is all about and what our freedoms are all about.
Very well said, and I think now's the time to meet the grandson of Michael Valenti. Let's give it up for Ralph Madalena. And Ralph, talk about, from a family perspective, how proud are you of your grandfather, and talk about and show, because we'll be on this, if you want to watch the show, it's be on YouTube tomorrow. Just go to Halftime Howie, Ed Mangano, and the Bridge to Long Beach. Talk about your grandfather and how excited you are for your family.
Okay, thank you very much, Howie. And you know, of course, it's a great honor for our family, and especially receiving such strong support from our great county executive, Ed Mangano, and our great legislator, Denise Ford. They really made the process very easy, and you know, it's truly remarkable what one letter to our county executive could do. He got on board right away, and again, the family is extremely happy. In fact, not only the local family members coming, but I have a family coming from California, from Florida, and Rhode Island to join in the celebration. You know, my grandfather was more like a father. My dad died when I was an infant. So, yeah, he was the right role. Sorry.
And I know it's very emotional, but we want to hold up some pictures of your grandfather, and maybe Ralph, you can talk about.
Okay.
All right, this picture right here.
It's one of the many pictures that we had. My grandfather was he loved taking pictures, and he did have many albums. So he sifted through some some of the remembrances. It's from the 20s with his medals. Here's our early picture when he was just a recruit before shipping off to France. There's another picture when he was back in 1920 from service overseas. And I guess the real star of the show is the picture when he was awarded the medal by Herbert Hoover back in September of 1929. And just a little note here, this is my Aunt Jo Cuneo. And these lakes belong to my mother. She got put out. And I also brought some pictures of local people from town. This was at my grandfather's retirement party in 1965. This is Judge Tepper with Judge Schlissel and our former councilman Howie. And I thought it might be interesting for the Long Beach crowd. And there's a picture with Judge Kleiner and also Judge Schlissel back at the retirement party. Also brought some pictures with some notable people in the life of my grandfather. There's a picture with other other Medal of Honor recipients at a function at the Waldorf Astoria back in '59 with Bernard Baruch. And this is another one, also the Medal of Honor recipients with Cardinal Spellman. And got one picture here in the pile. This is that's with General Westmoreland and other Medal of Honor recipients. This is an interesting picture. My grandfather was a great supporter of the men that were drafted in Vietnam War. In fact, there was a large parade in Manhattan that he marched in, and he was a terrific supporter of our boys that went over. And that's a picture of some inductees from Long Beach, and you can see, I think they were happy to be with my grandfather at that time. And that's some other interesting things from the past. Here's a picture of Richard Nixon when he was vice president. It's signed. My grandfather's in the background. He always, he didn't ever go up in the front of the crowd. And also a letter from Richard Nixon after he became president, thanking him for coming to his inaugural. And just to give equal time, I also brought an invitation to John F. Kennedy's inauguration that my grandfather received, and he attended. So those were some from the military past. And so I just bring in some pictures from the civilian side of my grandfather. This is just before he went to Washington, September 15th. He was awarded the medal on the 29th. And again, thanks to the city of Long Beach, September 29th of every year in perpetuity is Michael Valenti Day in Long Beach. So that's something to remember too. And it just makes our family so proud. And we've always been proud of my grandfather. Here's a picture of the family home on West Walnut Street from 1944. Wow. With the flag, and that house is still in the family. And I brought a picture that, I have this on my wall at my house that I'm going to bring to the ceremony. That was taken in December, and it's also on the website of the Congressional Medal of Honor Society if anyone was interested in seeing a picture. Then I just brought, my grandfather was a great family man. This is a Christmas party with my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my aunt, and uncles, and just, one of the celebrations from Christmas. This is a picture of my mother with my Aunt Jo and my Uncle Tony. And this is an interesting picture from 1932 from the beach here in Long Beach. It's my grandfather. What is that? The second from the right, in those old-time bathing suits. And again, here's a picture of my cousins, Frank, Maria, and there's myself. I was a little quiet too, in the family home with our grandfather. And one interesting piece of Long Beach history is my Aunt Jo was the first woman lifeguard in Long Beach. Wow. That was taken in 1942. And this last one is the presentation of the portrait that hangs in City Hall that was presented by the Jewish War veterans, especially in a group that was near and dear to his heart. He really enjoyed being an honorary member of the Jewish War veterans. And what more can I say? Okay. It's a little piece of history.
All right. Let's give it up for Ralph Medellin. Take a break as we're celebrating the renaming of the Long Beach Bridge, and coming up after the break, we'll talk about the splash, and we're going to talk about the lymphoma and leukemia organization. So a lot of good stuff still to come I'm a little tongue-tied here. This is Halftime Howie broadcasting on the beach from the prestigious law offices of Pecknick and Schaefer in the Wild West End of Long Beach on Long Island's first and oldest radio station, WGBH.